Alright, what's up guys, it's Zach McCarley. It is Tuesday, the 21st of January, and I got my chauffeur, aka one of my best friends, aka one of the best deadlifters on the freaking planet, aka also ultra nice guy all around, Benjamin Rice.
Hi everybody.
If you don't know who Ben Rice is, you should just look him up. Ben Rice or Ben Rice PLG. What's PLG stand for?
Powerlifting Gandalf.
Because he's a wizard. He's a wizard. So, woke up today. Did not get as much sleep as I wanted. I very seldom experience insomnia, but for some reason last night, I think I just overreached on writing workouts, and my body didn't want to go to sleep. I was up till about 4 and then had to wake up at about 7:30 to get everything squared away. It's now 9:20. We're on our way to the airport. Flight's out at noon, and overall feeling all right. The strange thing was, even though I only got a couple hours of sleep, I don't really feel tired. So that's a little bit unique, but I very seldom have any issues sleeping before a competition or before travel. So that was a little bit new, but it is what it is. So we just roll with it. I did wake up at 2:47 today, which is a little over 15 pounds over, and not a big deal. Very waterlogged. I think I am holding a little bit of extra water due to the lack of sleep and potentially some stress. That being said, we're just going to drop it off. Going to keep pounding water until I have to go through TSA, and then I'm going to get on the other side of TSA and keep pounding water. Got double water for 2 more days, and then we drop the water, and we're going to do probably 12 to 18 hours with no water, and the last 12 to 6 hours are going to be sweating. Should be pretty straightforward, should be pretty easy. There is a 5-hour time change, so I believe weigh-ins is at 3 a.m. our time, so I'll probably need to wake up at something like 11 p.m. our time to just make sure everything's squared away, and I might even wake up a little bit earlier than that, but you'll see it later in the series, so we're going to sort it out. Anyway, I just wanted to introduce Ben because he is one of my oldest friends and an overall incredible human being, and you actually have like some really incredible content on YouTube still.
I haven't deleted it yet, so
yeah, I don't think you should delete it.
Yeah,
I don't think you should delete it. I think it's incredibly introspective, and I actually need to revisit that.
I probably should too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look back and I'm like, man, I was on some philosophical stuff right there when I made that.
Yeah, he did really good content on YouTube for a while, and there's also a couple videos of me and him goofing off at Imperial CrossFit in Kent, doing like pull-up, then slapping the wall.
We were so young,
yeah,
and so crazy. Those were like 6-hour workouts after driving 2 hours. And then showing up at Grant's house at 10 o'clock when he had to leave the next morning because he invited us, but didn't realize that he invited us.
He might have been. I don't know if he invited us or if I just took it as an invitation. Basically, like we would drive 2 hours from Ellensburg into Kent, and we would do these crazy workouts between like 6 and sometimes even 8. I think we did a 12-hour workout one time. We
just make stuff up. I would do a powerlifting style session, and then we would set up strongman events, and then we would just do, after we were done with that, we would just make up conditioning things and say, I'm gonna flip this tire and do box jumps, or I'm gonna go and do this huge circuit where we flip this tire, and then we do prowler pushes, then we do a sled drag, then we do a rope climb, then we do pull-ups, then we go over to the parallel bars, and then we
do a dip and walk and dip and walk.
We throw a football at each other and try to catch it or something.
Yeah, and we would do some crazy stuff. It was really fun. But it was a good time, so I'm going to have to revisit that. Anyway, yeah, the story that he was talking about Grant's place, we were working out for like 8 or 12 hours or something like that, and I had thought that Grant invited us over. I didn't realize what time it was. We show up to his house at something like 10 or 11 p.m.
He was getting up early the next day, so we showed up at 10. I had texted him that we were going to be in town that night and said, hey, we can stop by afterwards. And he said, sounds good. And then it was getting late when we were finishing up and said, you still want us to come by? And he's like, yeah, sounds good. I think I asked him, I think the way that I phrased it was something like, we can still stop by, or should we just schedule it another day? And he said something like, sounds good, see you soon. Which to him meant, nah, let's do it another night. But we showed up at 10 o'clock and he just looked the most confused ever.
Yeah, which was reasonable, because I think he had to get up at like 5 the next morning or something, or 4:30. Yeah, and he's like, everybody's already asleep at the house. Like, we're just out there knocking. Like, yo, what's up, Grant? He's like, what are you doing, fool? Like, what are you fools doing? It was a good time. Then we went into his garage and we like chatted for like 5 minutes, and I was doing some hip stretching, and he's like, what the hell are these kids doing?
His wife showed up.
Yeah.
He was like, why are you guys here? Sorry, Michelle, we're so sorry.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was fun times. But anyway, on the way to the airport, and I will update along the way. All right, made it through TSA, and someone happened to be here that I knew. It's Spen. See, look at her coffee.
It's me.
Spen. It's actually Shamra.
Hello.
She has this awesome cookie. What is this cookie?
It's a circus animal cookie. It's ultra deluxe.
Ultra deluxe. You heard it first. Yeah. Just happened to be at the airport at the same time. So, wild coincidence.
Crazy.
Yeah. But, yeah, she's enjoying a coffee and a cookie, and I'm about to enjoy some plain beef and prunes and cashews. So yummy.
Also deluxe.
Deluxe washed beef, cashews, and prunes. Deluxe. All right. I will check back in before the flight. All right, so we're at the gate, and we are one group away from boarding for me. A little bit dehydrated already, not feeling great. I think I have a little bit of a sore throat. Don't know if it's sodium or if it's something else, but we're gonna roll with it and gonna hop on the flight, drink plenty of water, eat my beef, prunes, cashews, read some books, and play some games on my phone and chill out, and probably do some writing and like journaling. So should be good, and should be a 5-hour flight and then a 10-hour flight after that with a 2-hour layover. So look at this airplane bathroom. Look at how narrow it is. It's not even 2 of my feet wide. Like, it's super tiny. I'm gonna show you the bit on my forearm. I can't even fit my hand and a forearm through it. It was absurdly small. All right, so we're here in Atlanta, and that was a rough 4.5-hour flight. I did not feel nice. I just get a lot of congestion when I fly, and not an ideal situation. I'm not feeling great, got a little nauseous. I'm beginning to think that I might have some kind of temporary bug, but whatever. Could be the electrolyte, like, imbalance, could be all kinds of stuff. Could be the lack of sleep as well. So I only slept for a couple hours last night, but I'm gonna take some Tylenol PM and conk out on this 10-hour flight. It's gonna be awesome. So got I got the flight landing at about 9:30 a.m. Sao Paulo time, and that is back home on the west coast of the United States. That is 4:30 a.m. So Sao Paulo is 5 hours ahead. All right. Anyway, that's about enough of that, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I gotta eat some more beef. Yippee-ki-yay.